Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel, where today we have for you a 1987 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. And it is a beauty. Absolutely fabulous color scheme on this one. You've got the black cherry pearl paint, that awesome faux wood grain woody trim all the way down. Lots of nice bright work to liven things up. It is a gorgeous example. And part of what makes it so nice is it only has 41,000 and some odd miles on it, and those are actual miles. It has been babied and pampered for many, many years. Only a couple owners. It was single family owned until just a year ago. A local person bought it and brought it to us. The paint is very nice, but it is driver quality. You can see it's got some nicks and scratches in it, some swirls. It's not perfect anymore, but it is a four-wheel drive vehicle. You're going to drive this out in the wilderness. You're going to use it for what it was meant to be. It's not perfect, but from a couple feet away, it sure appears to be. On the front end, you can see you've got fog lights, which do work. The front grille area does show on the surround a little bit of scratching on the bright work. And I made note of that in the ad, that's actually the least attractive part of the bright work, is mainly just the top of the grille surround right there. Things like the headlight bezels look really nice. Bumpers, both front and back, in very good condition. And you can see up front we've got a little plug up here so you can plug in a battery tender to her. As we move around the side, you'll notice all of the bright work that just looks spectacular on here. Dual side mirrors, really nice window trim, drip rail molding. And look how nice this all looks. Still so bright and shiny. Shiny door handles. Up on top, we've got the ribbed roof and that iconic roof rack that all of these sport. And you can see it's still got some wood grain, faux wood grain, in the slats there. There is a wrench inside in the glove box for the luggage rack, so you can move this bar forwards and backwards. So you can actually make it useful. It's not just for aesthetics, it's for a purpose. Wheel and tire treatment's quite nice. It's the multi-spoke alloys that come from the factory. And they've got some nice Jeep logo center caps in them. Some hand-cooked Kinergy tires all the way around. Those tires date to 2022, so lots of life left in them. You're not going to have to worry about buying tires for it for quite some time. It does have a full-size spare under the rear end, hidden up underneath. As we come around to the rear of the vehicle, you'll see we've got more stainless. It rises up and forms kind of a halo around the back tailgate area. And this tailgate does fold down. The glass is electronically operated. There is a button inside on the dash you can operate it with, or you can use a key back here. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate it for you. And we can see into the back end here. We've got some nice slats that'll keep the carpet nice when you're sliding luggage and camping equipment or whatever you want to carry in the back end here. The back seat does fold down and it is removable. It explains in the owner's manual how to do it. It's a very simple operation. I'm going to go ahead and put our rear window back up. And you'll see there that it does have rear defrost on it as well. South Dakota, where it spent most of its life. It was bought there when it was brand new. Older gentleman purchased it, gave it to his daughter on his passing, and his daughter kept it for many years. It seems only used it for family vacations before it was later sold, hence the low mileage. You can see the rear bumper looks just as nice as the one up front. Again, bright work is really nice overall on this Grand Wagoneer. Nice badging both on the fenders and on the tailgate area. And this is an area here where these normally fade out and don't look so good over time. These are still nice and bright. Again, it's a very, very well kept vehicle. A lot of these are 150, 160,000 miles now and have been through a lot of wear and tear. But with 41,000 actual miles on the odometer, this one has been preserved and it's waiting here for you. And now that we're heading back up to the front of this Jeep, I'm going to pause briefly. I'll get the hood open for you and let's take a look at that beautiful engine bay. We'll be right back. And we are back under the hood of the 1987 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. And it is a stock looking engine bay, and a clean one too. Not often you see a car or a vehicle of any kind from 1987 that looks so nice and clean and tidy underneath the hood as this one does. What we're looking at here is the original 5.9 liter 360 cubic inch V8. Complete with some nice amenities. You'll see up front here, it has air conditioning, blows nice and cold. It has power steering, and it has power brakes with a disc drum combo. This 360 cubic inch V8 is mated up to a 3-speed automatic transmission. And it does have 4-wheel drive, so you got a 2-wheel or a 4-wheel drive option through the Select Track system. And you can, whether you're in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, set it to low or high. I would say it'd be great for driving in the snow, but I wouldn't drive this beautiful machine in the snow. No, sir. But originally it was designed to. I might do a little off-roading with it. Get to a campsite, you know, up a lawn to a car show or what have you. Good looking engine bay. Wait till you see the interior though. It is impressive. The color of the interior looks a lot like the color of the outside, but it's called Cordovan or Cordovan. It is a burgundy color. And this Cordovan leather seat for the driver is spectacular. Look at the wonderful condition. Just a little bit of creasing from being sat on, no wear, no stains, bolster in excellent condition, and all the seats are that way inside. It is really, really well kept. Let's take a quick look at the driver's side door panel. You can see the wood trim travels from outside to the inside. It's on the doors, and you'll notice there it's on the dash, and we've got a custom-made center box that appears on. The driver's door's got controls for power windows, power locks, power mirrors. All right, over here. Both the driver and the front passenger seat are both fully power adjustable, and they do have a fold-down armrest in the center. And you'll see that there is actually a seat belt for another person. So you could have seating for 3 in the front, though my guess is it would be a little bit tight and uncomfortable. I'm going to go ahead and show you the rear seat because it is so impressive. The rear door cards look just as nice as the ones up front, and they are complete with an ashtray. It was still the 80s. The back seat is absolutely beautiful. Hardly any evidence of ever being sat in. And like I mentioned earlier, the rear seat does fold completely down and it is easily removable. I have not tried to remove it, but when you read the owner's manual and they describe how to do it, it seems awfully simple. Courtesy lights operate just as they should with the door open, and you can see a real nice tight headliner. And for such a big ceiling, that's a lot of room to cover, but it looks spectacular up there. Moving inside this big, comfortable SUV. Note that the passenger's door panel looks super, just as the driver's side does. And the passenger seat, absolutely gorgeous. Now, I left this folder in here just for a quick reference for you. I wanted to show you These are receipts dating all the way back to 1990. The very first one, they are in chronological order, is the pre-delivery inspection checklist from when it was bought new. Very, very cool. Nice to have. Whenever something was wrong with it, it got serviced. And the receipts are there to prove it. I'll go ahead and show you while I'm on the history of the vehicle. And the original owner's manual here is actually filled out by the original owner. That's the gentleman who bought it originally and gave it to his daughter on his passing. Really nice stuff to have, especially on a vehicle with such low mileage. That's such a good example. This storage box is custom made and it just sits here. It's stable, but it's not lashed down in any fashion. Gives you a couple of cup holders and an extra storage space. The wood grain matches the wood grain on the dash. Just a nice little extra. A vehicle like this should have some cup holders in it. And I feel like somebody else realized that and built this really nice box for it. The dash is in excellent condition. Crack-free. Maroon vinyl dash pad. Looks real nice. Down here on the dash itself, you can see we have the original AM/FM cassette factory stereo. Still works great, playing through Jensen speakers. I'll show you one of those. There's Jensen's. The climate controls, super simple to operate. Cold air, hot heat, strong fan, rear defrost. Very cool. Now down here is your switch for two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, and your high-low switch is down here. Instructions on how to operate it, they're in the owner's manual. Easy to follow, simple to do. Ahead of the driver, we've got a really nice steering wheel done in wrapped leather. As you can see on the stalk, we have intermittent wipers and cruise control as well as tilt. And like I said earlier, it's a 3-speed automatic transmission. Gauge cluster is straightforward and easy to read. The important thing you'll see here is 41,379 actual miles on it. Over on this side of the dash, this is for the rear tail glass. There's your defroster, your light switch, and the dimmer. Very nice. Carpet is in excellent condition, and there are carpeted logo Jeep factory floor mats for it that are in good shape. And this car will also come with a car cover and a clean Carfax, as well as that actual miles title, with 41,379 being accurate. I'm going to go ahead and fire this Jeep up. I'm excited for everybody to hear it. Like a new car. Fires right up. I'll show you here. It was a nice cold start. See there, my temp's down at 0. Got a quarter tank plus of gas. Battery's charging up. Oil pressure just fine. What a time capsule this Jeep is. If these are something that you dig on, you are definitely going to want to stop and take a hard look at this one. Finding one of these Jeep Grand Wagoneers with this sort of low mileage in this kind of condition just doesn't happen every day. And this isn't a restoration. This is somebody took care of it, babied it, pampered it, loved it, and saved it just so it would be here for you today. Let's get out and give it a listen. At 360 V8, running like a sewing machine, sounds good. No knocks, no noises, just smooth as silk. And though it's not a muscle car, we'll come on back and give a listen to the sound. It's actually over on the passenger side here. Not exactly the burble that most of our cars give us, but it does sound nice. Great running vehicle, ready to go out and do whatever you choose to do with it. Drive it to car shows, take the grandkids for ice cream, go on a trip in the forest, take it out fishing. It's good for all of that and more. Folks, if you got any questions about this 1987 Jeep Grand Wagoneer with only 41,000 actual miles on it, give us a call. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, our number is 614-276-7355. We're happy to help with any questions you've got about this Jeep or any other vehicle in our inventory. We work with some lenders who can get you a loan on these older vehicles like this. And we also work with some shippers who can get it delivered from our garage to your garage in an enclosed carrier today. Again, give us a call at Cruisin Classics, 614-276-7355. We appreciate you joining us today. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.